Okay, so gentlemen, group discussion was really a great discussion. Now we'll go for GD-2, where you have no choice. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So yes. Some 2 people want to join. So whether should I let them in or what?
Welcome them, sir.
Okay.
Sure, sir.
Okay. Everyone, please turn your camera on. Prakhar and Sumit, do it fast. Prakhar, remove your tape or what is there in your camera or hand or whatever is this. Sumit. We'll do lecture also after that, okay?
Yes, sir.
बैठ के बोलोगे lecture, otherwise you can stand also, something like that. What would be the better option? You only tell me. Say guys, come on.
But it will be okay while sitting on there.
It is fine for you guys. Like camera set नहीं होगा ना, खड़े होगे तो हिसाब से ना. Okay, I got it now.
It will be difficult for.
Okay,
Yeah, okay.
Band.
It will be difficult for me. My laptop से हूँ space का congestion है घर पे, so.
No, I got it. Like our main
Yeah.
intention was this. Shirt is there. नीचे क्या पहना नहीं पहना वो भी नहीं पता है ना. I knew that. चलो कोई नहीं.
आजकल ऑनलाइन वर्चुअल वर्ल्ड में कुछ भी हो सकता है.
Okay, these people are not interested to join. Okay, चलो we'll carry on with our topic on. Okay, gentlemen. So your next topic is, after the peace deal, US and NATO allies agreed to withdraw all troops within 14 months if the militants of Taliban uphold the deal. Okay, now we have to discuss effect of US-Taliban peace agreement, okay, and withdrawal of forces from Afghanistan. So leads are peace by distancing Pakistan from Taliban, or instability, or political gain. You want me to repeat the topic again? Say yes and no.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So gentlemen, after the peace deal, US and NATO allies have agreed to withdraw all troops within 14 months. The militants of Taliban uphold the deal. Okay, effect of US-Taliban peace agreement and withdrawal of forces from Afghanistan. So mainly जो भी recently जो हुआ था ना अफगानिस्तान का, getting my point? What is the topic is, right? So leads are peace by distancing Pakistan from Taliban, instability and political gain. Okay. So please start discussion.
Yeah, so gentlemen, as you know, that US has done a big blunder regarding that, right? So what though this was a big blunder in the Afghanistan. If you see the past, okay, the US peacekeeping thing with Taliban. So if you see, the Taliban was itself raised by USA for destroying USSR in the late 1950s or 1980s, right? So the things in Hindi it is said that अगर आप सांप को अपने गार्डन में पालोगे, वो चाहोगे कि नेबर को वो जैसे, sometimes it is going to hamper you as well. So similarly, if you see, when Afghanistan, the Taliban, they want that Afghanistan is now trained enough. In that instance, why USA backed out its troops during that time? They felt that proper training was given to the Afghanistan militants. But what happened at the end, everyone knows that, right? That after the removal of the troops, the Afghanistan was captured within few days by the Talibanis. If the Kabul was centered, and the current government which were there, it had to flee away during that time. Go. Any points?
Yes,
any
so,
inputs?
Yeah, after US pull out, so the way US pull out was very wrong. It was absolutely, it was a political game, because every president who used to represent himself, his one of the promises was to withdraw his forces from the Afghanistan, because many of the soldiers were getting killed in action. So yes, it was a political game, but the way the way the Joe Biden leadership uh, uh, pulled out his forces, it was a very blunder game, because uh, because of that, the civilian, the one who has no who was no who was neither terrorist, the civilian population uh, got destroyed. There is no food, nothing, and there is no medicine, no, like for the COVID, there is no vaccines. India is the one who is helping them. So one also Pakistan thinks that Pakistan believes in good terrorist and bad terrorist policy. So for them, the Afghanistan Taliban is a good terrorist, and the Taliban which are there in their country, they are the bad, what we say, they are the bad terrorists. So this political game is also is very bad for the area.
Also, first factor being letting, like, keeping Pakistan away from Afghanistan. I think this is very much important, because uh, it does not take very much time to be influenced and being influenced by your neighbors. In both of these countries, militancy is always on its peak. If they were to come together, it will either it is going to either cause tension between them, and also cause tension between the neighboring countries, which being us, India, also could be affected by that. Uh, so for to keep these to keep Pakistan away from Taliban, I think there should be some important parameters that should be laid, like maintaining diplomatic relations with them, constantly keeping touch, keeping in check with the activities activities going on in that region, on the borders as well.
Yeah, exactly. I would like to focus on that point, that this was also a blunder, that the USA was not able to keep away the Pakistanis, right? So if you know the how Taliban overtook Kabul within few days after the removal of that troops from the Afghanistan, it was because Pakistan was supporting the Taliban groups. They were providing the intellect what was required to capture whatever you can say, the tactics by which they can capture the region. And if you remember, the people were running, they were shouting, they were fleeing away by you can say all the flights when they were taking home, they were hanging in the. It was very drastic scene to see, right? So that those things were the big blunder. The human lives were at stake, and during that time also, the Taliban started to tried to bomb the certain areas of Afghanistan. So you here we have to make it clear that the decision at that point of time was not good. Okay, rather
Yes,
it would have removed the troops in a stepwise manner, in a good manner, so that the Afghanistan soldiers who were there, who were trained enough, they can be easily means fight those guys. And moreover, what blunder was there, the advance, if you see the advanced guns and machineries and the outfits, if you see after Taliban captures that basis of Afghanistan militaries, so they were wearing up USA advanced equipments. That was also a big blunder. They have left the tanks, they have left the advanced vehicles, if you see. So that was also one of the key blunders which USA have did and given in the hands of Taliban.
yes, the weapons like M4A1 and the Apache helicopters and various all the major all the very what we say, the things which our commandos use, which our Parasef and Marcos and Garud use, that that level of equipments they have left. So if we talk about Pakistan, if Pakistan is with them, they will definitely use uh, definitely use them against India. They will make them they will make them visit to Jammu and Kashmir, and that will create instability in India. but what they do not know is that when the Taliban will come from Afghanistan to India, they will they have to cross the Pakistan, and while crossing the Pakistan, they will create many blunders. Like in present time, we are seeing if you talk about the recent case, around 120 the Pakistan Taliban is claiming that they have killed around 120 soldiers of Pakistan army. So if they
Balochistan Liberation Army. Yeah, go
yeah
ahead.
so if they believe that the Taliban will only will help them, they are very wrong in this.
Also,
Yeah,
when we see the political instability caused, not it has affected Afghanistan directly, but this is done by the political game changer which happened in the United States. Joe Biden's government is made this decision possible, but is now completely ignoring what is going on back in Afghanistan. They are literally neglecting and trying to bury this situation as deep as possible into the ground. None of assistance is provided. No organization taking interest in these countries, just because US has a dominance in all of the international alliances. Could have been avoided easily had US taken proper steps to withdraw from Afghanistan in phases if possible.
what has been
Also
done
the
has been done. Yeah, go ahead, Mahipal.
also the instability in the area has occurred because if the Afghanistan would have in the peace, it would have helped us in many ways. Like it can connect us to central countries which are very which are very friendly to us, because they are not with the Pakistan, they are not with the OIC, and they have joined us. For example, they are very friendly to us, so it may may create a way to do business with them also. So yes, instability is also there.
Yes, exactly. The main sufferer are there, the people of Afghanistan, right? And the Taliban, you know, they have stringent rules and policy which hampers their what you can say democracy, or it hampers their what you can say freedom. If you see, the women are not allowed to study. They were barkhast kar diya gaya from their what you can say positions and all. So many things had happening, and during the advent of this Taliban, so you can see the opium growth, that is the drug smuggling, will be increased in future, what I believe. So in order to mitigate after the Taliban takeover, if you see, the main sufferers were the people of Afghanistan. And you recently have heard the news that there were people who were selling their daughters or their sons, like small childs, to for begging for some money for their daily mitigating their daily life, because the food grains, the agriculture was getting diminished. So in that particular time, India had helped the Afghanistan by providing aid, the COVID vaccines, the agricultural aid via. So initially, Pakistan also neglected or denied to allow the passage of for the trucks to enter into the Afghanistan directly. The India has to take the long route from the sea route from the Chahabahar port to reach there. But initially, it faced huge hurdles. So these are the things which is very much problematic. The world's leaders, the India is what you can say, bringing out this concept in the diplomatic platform like United Nations. They even in our last speech of the after our Prime Minister in Independence Day, they said about the radicalism. We have to fight against radicalization, because you know the terrorists who are doing all this nonsense, nuisance things, they are radicalized people. We have to give outlook towards the world regarding the pluralistic way of living. Even USA has done many blunders, but what is the solution of that? We also have to look around that.
Okay, gentlemen, please stop it. That was a healthy discussion. Okay, so we'll conclude the both groups here only. GD1 and GD2 both are over. Okay, so that was a quite difficult topic. So I request you to all please go through that topic very carefully, because this topic is definitely going to come, or like that Afghanistan issue and all, because it happened recently, right? Taliban took over, this Afghanistan,
Yeah,
right? And all the challenges,
yeah, this
things
is
have changed,
recent.
because the content you people were giving earlier was very, very good content, but this time it was not that fruitful. What I feel from my end, right? Maybe the lack of knowledge or something, maybe, but okay, no issues. We are here to learn. So
Yeah.
next time, just prepare this topic, because you don't know, we can't say anything, because sometimes topic comes where you're not able to come up with something. So it's all about group effectiveness. Okay, आपका ग्रुप कितना इफेक्टिव है, कितना आप ग्रुप को लेके चलते हैं, टास्क कितना इनपुट देते हो, समथिंग, लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स फ्रॉम द पिक्चर, राइट? ओके, नाउ विल गो फॉर द, इसके बाद क्या होता है ना, जैसे आपका GD1 हो गया, GD2 हो गया, देन यू गाइस विल गो फॉर GPE, ग्रुप प्लानिंग एक्सरसाइज. ओके, सो वी आर नॉट कंडक्टिंग GPE, okay, as of now. We'll go for lecturette here. Okay, so the difference between the lecturette जो बाकी SSB में होता है और यहाँ पे फर्क क्या होता है, जैसे कि आपको एक ग्रुप में बैठा देंगे, राइट? जैसे आप 10 लोग हो, ठीक है, तो ऑफिसर आपको कहेगा कि अपने बारे में इंट्रोडक्शन दो पहले, जैसे कि वो बताएंगे, यू हैव, दे विल गिव यू वन, व्हाट यू से, चॉइसेस, पर्ची बोलते हैं ना, स्लैब्स होंगी, क्या बोलते हैं उनको, कार्ड होंगे, राइट? कार्ड पे 4 टॉपिक लिखे होंगे, तो काफी हार्ड टॉपिक बोलते हैं, फिर उसके थोड़ा इजी, फिर और इजी, को बता देना, मतलब ऐसे ही दिया जाता है, उस लेवल का दिया जाता है, ठीक है? सो द थिंग इज दैट आपको रैंडमली उठाना है. ओके, देन यू विल गेट 3 minutes टू गो थ्रू द टॉपिक, देन यू विल गेट 3 minutes टू speak on that particular topic. Okay, so gentlemen, so how we can conduct this activity here. So let me tell you one thing before we proceed. See, I'll ask you some questions, like you have to introduce to yourself to your whole group. Okay, so in this, I want you guys to tell me your name, okay, the place you belong, your education qualification, from which college you did, and what is your percentage. Okay, last education. Okay, then background about your parents, what they do, and who is your role model, and what are your hobbies. Okay, so let me repeat again: your name, the place you belong, your education qualification, and what was your percentage, then from which college, then your parents' background, then your role model, and your hobbies. Am I clear? So what I'll do here, I'll ask you to choose out of 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you have to give me the number, lucky number, whatever you have. So I'll send that slip to you on your Telegram. So then your 3 minutes will start. Once you're done with it, okay, then you'll come in the group and we'll give the narration. Okay, till then you can turn off your camera and be here, be available. Okay. So जैसे कि अभी महिपाल जाएंगे, अब पहले, ओके, महिपाल को पहले मैं बोलता हूँ, पहले महिपाल जाएंगे, फिर सूरज, देन सर्वेश, ठीक है? तो अभी महिपाल को जैसे कि मैं कुछ सेंड करता हूँ अभी, ठीक है? जैसे इनको मैं सेंड कर दूंगा, इनको 3 मिनट मिलेंगे, ठीक है, उस टॉपिक में से. बाय देन आप दोनों मुझे अपना इंट्रोडक्शन दोगे उसके बीच में, ठीक है? अब बच्चे कम है तो 2 में ही खत्म हो जाएगा एक्चुअली इंट्रोडक्शन, बट ऐसे साइकिल चलता रहेगा, राइट? फिर हम वेट करेंगे, फिर महिपाल आ जाएगा, फिर जैसे महिपाल आएगा फिर मैं सूरज को भेज दूंगा स्लिप, ओके, एज पर हिज चॉइस. Okay, then I'll send to Sarvesh. Okay, so Mahipal, what you want? 1, 2, 3, 4. Lucky number.
2.
Okay, you go with 2. What about Suraj?
I will go for 4.
Okay, go for 4. What about Sarvesh?
3.
Okay, 2, 4, 3. Mahipal, have you received it? Now turn off your camera and prepare it. Any of the topic, whatever you feel comfortable. Please proceed. I'll call you once you're done with it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Camera off kar lo. Okay. Now please, Suraj, introduce yourself.
Yeah. Good evening, gentlemen. Myself Suraj, and I am coming from Kolkata region. Basically, the nameplate called Jagaddal, where I was born and brought up. My education was done from the Kendriya Vidyalaya Air Force Barakpur, where I secured during my higher secondary 88.4%. After that, I pursued graduation in the field of pharmacy, that is B Pharm, for a 4-year degree course, where my CGPA was 8.92. And after that, I pursued my master degree in the field of medicinal chemistry, where I secured a CGPA of 8.84. Talking about my family background, so in my home, I have two sisters and my mother and father. So my father is a businessman, and my mother is a homemaker, and my two sisters, one of who has just recently graduated, and both are younger to me. And the small sister is going to appear for the higher secondary examination, which is going to in the month of March only. And after that, if I talk about my current profession, I am currently working as an assistant professor in a private university nearby hometown. And apart from that, the hobbies and extra hobbies and my interest. So my general hobbies, which I used to love to do during my spare time, it is the cooking and the interest which I have, like playing chess and listening to music. So that was a small intro about myself. Thank you.
Okay, Sarvesh, tell me.
Good evening, gentlemen. I am Sarvesh Khandagare. I'm from Mumbai, Maharashtra. I have done my school from Atomic Energy Central School 5, wherein I received 7.04 CGPA. My college from Atomic Energy Junior College, wherein I received 70.31%. And my graduation, I pursued my graduation from Vidyalankar Institute of Technology, wherein I got 64%. My family, my background. Talking about my background, my father basically is a government employee, and he works as a clerk in a school. Uh, my mother is a homemaker. My younger brother, I have one sibling, my younger brother, who is currently working at Liquid and has completed his bachelor in management studies. He wishes to pursue his further education. Uh, my hobbies and skill my hobbies include playing sports, doing adventures, adventure activities. I love trekking. I love playing football with my friends. I have represented my college at numerous times over and in multiple tournaments, and have won majority of them. Thank you.
Okay, Mahipal, please. What topic you selected? You have to text me in this thing link, this Telegram.
Okay, so
Which one?
I have
First,
to,
second, third.
I have to, sir, I have selected South China Sea issue.
South and second one, no? Okay, sure. Good.
Yes.
No issues. Please proceed.
So good evening, everyone. My name is
महिपाल
Mahipal
जोश
Singh
के
Rathod
साथ
and
जोश के साथ थोड़ा लगना चाहिए कि getting my point ना वहां जब बोलोगे ना तो आपको okay चलो start please.
good evening, everyone. My name is Mahipal Singh Rathod, and topic for today is South China Sea issue. So in the recent times, we have seen China has created many blunders. There is a term called EEZ, that is economic zone, which is 200 nautical miles. So what China has done is they have built artificial islands so that they can claim more special economic zone, so to extract the fisheries to gain more natural resources from the sea, from the South China Sea basically. So countries, all the Asian countries like Japan, South Korea, every country has issues with China. So for that, major countries like European Union and Australia and India and America has stepped in to counter the actions of the China. A quad has been formed in which India, Japan, Australia, and USA is there. In recent times, China has sent their ships, their warships, to be exact. They have sent their warship in the special economic zone of other countries to to do the psychological warfare so that they can threaten them. They had also killed their fishermen also while doing fishing. what we can do is for this, what we can do is we can if we talk about the India, we can use our Indian Navy, and we can block the three ways from Strait of Malacca, where the 70% of the trade is done by the China from the sea level, from the sea route. So the major, we can say the neck of the China is of the businesses, Strait of Malacca. We can block them that also. Also, we can block the Strait of Hormuz, and one more is there. So we can block them to counter the incursion when the incursion is occurred in the South China Sea. We should also take help of the America and Australia and Japan to counter these points. Thank you. And I'm complete.
Okay, fine.
Deepak, I am not able to switch on my video for this.
Now? Okay, so you done with the topic?
Yeah.
What is that?
My topic is international relations of India with Pakistan, China, US, Russia, Israel, and Iran.
No, it should be one, na?
So,
Which one you have chosen?
okay. I have chosen India-China relationship.
Okay, India-China relation, please.
Okay. Good evening, gentlemen. So, as my topic is India-China relationship. So, basically, I would like to talk about India-China relationship in a broader sense. So, as you know, China is a huge superpower now. Means it is basically making economically very strong because of its stringent work policies and the stringent policies for their peoples. So China is now overpowering many countries, and it is also bullying many countries. So how India is tackling those things, and even in the border areas also, you can take the example of Galwan clash, where the China forces were forcefully was able to apply their forces there. So somehow our Indian forces bravely fight those people and gave the eat ka jawab patthar se. So in that case, many of our brave hearts got the martyrs. Apart from that, the China narrative, if you see, it was very much vague. So I would like to say that the Indian perspective, that initially the China Indians used to look in a good way, but later with the actions of China doesn't resulted into the same. What happens if I see the back down the timelines? So you will see that slowly and slowly the China troops have built a strong network around the Indian border side, the strong network of village where they can exercise the military exercises, where India was not that much equipped. So right now, the current government, or you can say our prime minister and every defense forces, they are now building the border areas. And if you see the recent example of the budget for the international borders development, it has increased in many folds, and it is also not going to foster what you can say the strength of India. It is also going to fight the Chinese as well. If you see, China is trying to occupy the Indian Ocean region. They want to make the dominance. Recently, if you know, that China has given lots of loans to Sri Lanka, but Sri Lanka economy is not working properly. So for that reason, the solution what they did, they started to take lease the ports of the Colombo of Sri Lanka, because it is a strategic location in the Indian Ocean, and it can also attack or it can just hamper the Indian security. For that reason, India give fight back. It allowed the Adani company to take over the other part of the port, so that the China cannot start the military integration there. And if you see, China has also started to shake hand with Pakistanis, right? Where if you see, when Article 370 was abrogated, Pakistan was trying to bring that topic in the international platform like UNSC, but somehow it backed by China. China is always hampering India's, what you can say, uh, this thing against India. Whatever fellow, if you see the global times, they are always claiming some false propaganda in the world media. They are also fighting in the information warfare. They are winning. But if you see Indian government fight back, Indian government just recently banned many of the apps of the Chinese. They also, the Indian customers started to boycott the Chinese product. If you see in the recent Diwali, the this China manufacturer suffered a huge loss regarding that. Apart from that, also, if you
Okay,
see
Suraj.
the China policy, yeah, thank you.
Okay, till then, Mahipal, please introduce yourself. You done or not done? You left, huh? Please.
Okay. My name is Mahipal Singh Rathod. My father's name is Mr. Gidar Singh Rathod, and my mother's name is Mrs. Kusun Kanwar. I am from Babra, which is in Pali district of Rajasthan, and I have done my graduation from JCRC University, Jaipur, from mechanical branch. I got 68.8% in my graduation, and my hobbies are I do running and calisthenics exercises. My role model is one of my cousin brothers there. He's retired from the army. He's my role model. And my father, talking about my father's profession, he was also in the army. Now he's retired.
Okay, sir. Which one is topic?
Sir, I've chosen the fourth one, media and its
Okay.
effects.
Proceed.
Good evening, gentlemen. The topic for today is media and its effects. We are supposed to discuss on this topic, but let's first understand why is it important to discuss about this topic. Media, as we all know, it plays an important role in our day-to-day lives. The first thing which people read in the morning is the morning newspaper. What does this content? Media not only includes the newspapers, but also the television media as well. Media includes multiple articles, multiple news which bring to us with the morning cup of coffee. Media is also, media, as we know, is considered the fourth pillar of democracy. Now, media, media, as we know, is the fourth pillar of democracy, and also it has various elements to it. When we talk about media, it is not only what we see on the television. It is basically what people feed us, what people deliver us. Reporters which go on ground and report news to us are taking keen interest to deliver us this news. We consume this news day to day, but this news is at times becomes diluted, and sometimes leads to false facts as well. So this is where we need to we need to be wise and stick to newsbusters and check fact before consuming any news. Also, multiple news outlets have emerged who have taken up the task of first filtering all of the news and keeping the news which is only legitimate and which is only legitimate and which should be proper in a proper format with facts as well. Also, multiple news channels also, it is also important for the news to deliver us the news which is happening around the globe. we should be thankful for the news agencies to deliver us this news, sitting in right of in front of our television and receiving news all around the world. But we have to first check it and then only consume it, and later forward it to our friends. Thank you.
Okay, gentlemen. So how was the discussion? Like अभी ठीक था, it was good. ठीक है. But थोड़ा सा जैसे आपने जब इंट्रो दिया ना, जो मुझे लगता है जितना आपसे पूछा जाए उतना ही बताना है. Don't include your parents' name, like father, mother. अपना नाम बताओ, place you belong, your education qualification, and the college you did. मतलब last college में जो भी है पूरा बताने की जरूरत है, वो बता देंगे आपको ऑफिसर में बताना होगा, ठीक है. और बैकग्राउंड या फादर का प्रोफेशन ठीक है, मम्मी का प्रोफेशन ठीक है, नाम हम बताने की जरूरत नहीं है उनकी. भाई बहन कितने हैं वो बता सकते हो, नॉट नेम एंड नॉट रिक्वायर्ड, वन सिबलिंग, यू नो, सिस्टर, ब्रदर, व्हाटएवर. फिर आपका रोल मॉडल बताना है, आपको हॉबीज एक दो बता दो, ठीक है. गेट माय पॉइंट. आपको मतलब ज्यादा एलोबरेट नहीं करना है इंटरव्यू, फटाफट मतलब जितना पूछा जाए उतना ही बताना है. दैट इज माय मेन थिंग. जैसे सीरी ऑर्डर में बताना, राइट. सो गाइस, कैसा लगा डिस्कशन? इट वाज गुड, मजा आया.